and welcome back to my channel. It's Ariel in Augusta, your local realtor here in Augusta, Georgia. And if you're looking to relocate, this is the channel for you. So just some things about Augusta that you may not know. It is the second largest city in Georgia. It's got a beautiful river walk on the Savannah River, which separates Augusta from South Carolina, so Augusta, Georgia, South Carolina. A lot of people decide to move to Augusta because of its affordability, and we'll go more into that throughout this video. Augusta has a strong job market with the Augusta Economic Development Authority, which brings in big companies like Amazon, Starbucks. We also have Fort Eisenhower, formerly known as Fort Gordon, a military installation here. And we also have the medical district downtown. So with all of that together, that helps bring jobs here. Another reason why people decide to move to Augusta is because of the mild winters. Some people don't like snow. I'm some people. There's plenty of sunshine, it is humid, and there are mosquitoes, but that just comes with it. A lot of people don't realize that Augusta has a vibrant arts and cultural scene. I mean, we have a lot of talent that lives here. One of the positives about the location of the city of Augusta is that it's not too far away from the mountains, oceans. Helen, Georgia, we're like 2.5 hours away from Atlanta, Columbia. And so if you want to get out of town and go see something a little bit different, there's a lot of options. And if you're curious about what those are, I do have a weekender guide, and you can find that in the comments section. You can click on it and download the weekender guide so you can get a full view of the places that are nearby. So let's dive into the cost of living. Everything seems to be rising in prices, and we can't not acknowledge the fact that even Augusta has rising prices, but it's still more affordable here versus national home prices. So people do decide to move to Augusta because of its affordability. The strong job market makes it even better of an opportunity for someone to move here. And we see people moving here all the time because of how much more affordable it is. Now, again, I'm going to acknowledge the fact that groceries and eating out is more expensive now than it has been in the past, but it still is more affordable to eat out and buy groceries here than it is on national levels. Now, let's talk about the best neighborhoods and cities in the area and why different people decide to move to. Let's just start with Evans, Georgia. Evans, Georgia is a highly rated place to live. We've even been displayed in magazines as the #1 place to live. And one of the reasons is the top rated schools. This is a very family oriented city. You know, there's not bars here. You're going to find that in downtown Augusta. We have amphitheaters. We have Lady A, dog park. You can take the family, go to Lady A, walk around. It's just a laid back way of life in Evans. Now, Grovetown, you'll find more transplants and military families because it's just closer to the base. You know, it's kind of a melting pot in that area. And with that, we're also seeing a lot more infrastructure. One of the issues about Grovetown, if you haven't heard or if you already live here, was the traffic off of 190. They have made changes because the city of Grovetown understands that it's growing. And so with that, they are starting to fix the infrastructure issues, but there's always a lag. And we're growing so fast that they are making those changes, but it is taking some time. But there has been a major improvement. Now, that's the con. The pro is there's a lot more shopping over in that area. More restaurants are popping up. Obviously, more neighborhoods are popping up for you to relocate here, especially if you're military. That's probably where you'll end up just because of the convenience to Fort Eisenhower. Martinez, or you might say Martinez, but around here it's Martinez. Martinez is more for probably a younger professional who might want to be in between downtown Augusta and maybe Fort Eisenhower. The neighborhoods in this area are what I would consider more matured. You're going to have more matured landscaping. The homes have been there a little while longer. Martinez is just a more established town because it's been there a lot longer than, let's just say, Grovetown. A lot of people choose Martinez in particular because of its proximity to downtown Augusta, Evans, and Fort Eisenhower. It's just more centrally located within the CSRA. Now on to downtown Augusta. Downtown Augusta and the Augusta area in general, you're gonna have the downtown life, right? The actual bars are there. Things are moving. That's where you're gonna have the festivals. The Augusta Commons is where a lot of people gather. It's also close to the medical district. So if you're gonna come and work at any of the hospitals, that's probably where you're gonna gravitate to. We can't miss North Augusta, South Carolina. North Augusta, South Carolina is literally just right over a bridge in downtown Augusta. I also cover South Carolina because it would be crazy for me to work in Augusta as a realtor and then stop right at that bridge and then say, see ya. So I also work there. But what I really like about the North Augusta area is its charm. I like to say it's like a Gilmore Girls type of place. You know, it's got SRP Park, home of the Green Jackets, the baseball team. There are cute restaurants in their little downtown area. There's the Crown Plaza, a rooftop bar you can go to, but it's a very charming, cute town. And so also if you're gonna work in the medical district in downtown Augusta, especially if you're a, let's just say, heart doctor that needs to be at the hospital within 20 minutes, then North Augusta might be the type of city that you would want to live in. If you're relocating here, you're probably going to want to know some outdoor activities or some things to do. One of my favorite things to do is to kayak, and there's two areas that, oh wait, actually there's three areas. I can't believe I almost forgot this. One of them is the Savannah River Pavilion, and you go all the way down. You can rent a kayak right there and go all the way down the Savannah River and end up at Lake Olmsted, where the kayaking company will pick you up if you don't have your kayak and you've rented one, and then take you back to your car. Or you can go up the river from 13th Street. You can rent kayaks there too and see the SRP fireworks that they do. And also, a lot of people don't know about this, but you can actually take a kayak to an island where there are donkeys. We have donkeys here in Augusta, and you have to kayak there, and you're not allowed on the island. That's one of the rules, but you can take carrots and feed the donkeys, and that's just a hidden gem. Also, we have two shooting ranges, one indoor and one outdoor in the area. We also have axe throwing, escape rooms. There are a lot of clubs that are already established. There's the Augusta Run Club. There's even a Divers of Augusta Club, and you can find their Facebook and see where they're diving. If you're into gaming, you can go to Cardboard Castle and meet people there, or even at the Savannah River Brewery. What to expect when you're moving here? Again, I know I discussed it earlier, but there's not going to be snow. Like, that does happen once in a blue moon, and I guess also hurricanes happen once in a blue moon, but for the most part, you know, we don't have plows here. That wouldn't make any sense. We're not gonna keep a plowing business or a salt business in business. Right, that was a lot of business. It does get hot, but what can you expect? This is the South, and we get green Christmases, not white Christmases. Some things you can expect is we do have Southern hospitality. Things are slower here. I remember moving away and coming back and realizing that people are not really in a rush. You know, like, not that you're probably gonna have cash on hand. Most people have cards these days, but you're not really gonna get rushed if you're at the grocery store talking to a cashier. You know, you're gonna take your time. They're gonna say hi, like, they're gonna remember you. Like, that's just what it's like here. And when you move into a neighborhood, you are going to have to wave when you drive past people. That's just something you can expect here. And I think that's really nice. I know that was a lot of information, and it can be kind of overwhelming relocating to a new state, especially if you can't see the home before you get here. I have helped other people just like you relocate here, sight unseen, if that's what needed to be done. And I can do the same for you. If you'd like to explore more on where the best area is for you and your family based on your needs, you can book a call with me. It's in the description. And in the meantime, if you'd like to check out my blog, that will also be in the description. And I'll see you in the next video.